so you guys signed to Fearless Records. You spoke about in other interviews how good they've been with you. Like you kind of have like creative control over everything still, and they just really want to.
They just give us money.
Yeah, they want to be your backers. They want to help you.
No,
like,
that's not true.
You.
I don't want kids to get the wrong idea, because like, kids are always like, so you're on a record label. They just give you money and they book shows and they do that. It's not the case. Like,
well, it's the infrastructure.
It's really just the help, the push.
Yeah.
And like you said, the infrastructure. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, it's really that. You know what I mean? It's just like getting us to more people than we can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like they have people that work for them that have to do with like retail and getting CDs in stores. It's like with us when we were doing everything on our own, it's like we don't have the muscle to do that. You know what I mean? It's like so. But they don't just give us a bunch of money.
No. Do you think that's kind of? Do you think that's going to be the future of record labels? Do you think record labels will have to adapt to that kind of to the market now, where less CDs are shifting, but there is more of maybe a cult around bands? Not a cult, but there's like more of like fanatical following around bands. Do you think record labels kind of have to be that kind of infrastructure rather than really asserting massive creative control over bands?
Well, there's some bands, and like, I'm not trying to like bash any bands or anything, but there's some bands that they truly just want to be in a band and they don't give a shit about how they're perceived to people. They don't care about anything about, you know what I mean? And it's like, and those are the type of bands that really need record labels, I mean, like, we're on a record label, but I mean, like, I had to, or we had to kind of like introduce them to the how we are as a band, because like a lot of bands, it's just like, oh, we're on a label, well, we're gonna sit back and relax, and that's it. You know what I mean? And there are bands that are happy with that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that if that's what you want to do. I would never want our band to be that band.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, there are bands that are like that, and those are the bands that will keep record labels alive. Because I don't really think record labels are totally needed in every case, but I think with us, as things started moving faster, we needed more kind of hands on it to like help, with, like I said, like just getting it out to more people. And like there's just so many things happening with our band that we never thought would happen, that we were just like, wow, maybe we do need a record label, you know what I mean? Because you don't want to be an unsigned band and your album's hard to find, and like, you can't reach out to many people that want to reach you and things like that. There are disadvantages of being an unsigned band, and you have to have the right business model as a band too, you know what I mean? Which is like, a lot of bands, they just want to play music. I mean, that's what it's really all about, so you do need that record label to take care of those things. So but yeah, I think the more we work with the label, I realize that record labels, I don't think they're gonna like die out. Like before we signed, I was kind of like, record labels are useless, like they're gonna all go out of business. And it's like the more I work with them, I see where they help.
There's only so much that 5 people can do.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Well, and management too. I mean, we have a great management team, and it's not their job to release a record, really. You know what I mean? So
I've been reading a great book at the minute. It's called like All You Need to Know About the Music Industry. Great book for like people who want to get into the music industry, or like bands just starting.
Yeah,
it goes
I've read
through,
that book.
Yeah, it's great. It's so good. I've just got through part 1. I can't put it down. Anyway, more on that in future episodes. So you're kind of nearing the end of the album cycle for. I didn't write it down. I wrote the initials.
Maybe this place is same word as Shane.
Yeah, I was gonna get it. But do you get to this point and you kind of wish that you chose a shorter title?
No.
Not at all.
Okay.
We just made a joke of it, really.
Yeah.
Like on our last headliner, I had the kids like say it every night, and it was just funny because this place says.
Yeah.
So, but no, I think it's. I like the long title. I think it was your idea, right?
Yeah.
I always mix up if it was you or Dave, but I think it was you, and like I kind of liked it because it's like, I don't know, that was kind of like a thing bands did like years ago, the longer title thing.
Panic at the Disco.
Yeah, like all those bands, And
I love both of those.
Yeah,
it's so good.
And it's like it's kind of cool to have something like that. Like we all grew up on songs like that, listening to songs with those long titles that I still don't know real titles too.
What came first, the lyrics in the two songs or the album name, and then you put that into songs?
The lyric came
The
first.
lyrics.
Right, okay.
Yeah, actually, every one of our, I think every one of our album titles came from the lyric, except our first EP. I think This Is Honesty, that no one probably knows. Yeah.
Nice.
Hope they don't know it. Liz would know. Stop talking about it.
So after you get back to the States, you're going on tour with the Main, supporting them, and then you're going to Australia. Is that right? You got any more tours planned after that? Or?
There's a Japan tour in there.
Yeah.
Japan, then Australia.
Oh right.
Yeah.
We have some stuff that is possibly being worked out, but nothing 100% set.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to maybe having some time off, or
Yeah.
do you think you'll be busy for like the whole year?
Well, we had a pretty decent amount of time off. We had like 2 or 3 months before this tour, just to kind of relax, because we didn't really have any more than 2 weeks home at a time between November, or between February and November of last year, and before that we were writing a record, so our time spent at home was still concentrating on writing and putting everything together for the record. But we'll have like maybe a week or so in between all these tours, and then I think maybe a little time off to work on our next record. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with constantly going at it,
Staying busy.
But it is nice to have time at home and be able to enjoy that, and get to hang out with our girlfriends and our families and our friends and whatnot.
I liked in the documentary how you it goes through like all 5 band members at different points and like shows your home life and stuff. It was quite nice. Beautifully shot, by the way. Kudos to whoever shot that.
Yeah,
as a filmmaker myself.
Kyle's roommate.
Yeah, my roommate
really?
shot it. Yeah, he does a lot of our media stuff and design work.
Yeah.
He's got a company called Creation Factory. So if anyone's looking,
His name's
Yeah.
Gary.
stuff.
Gary.
Yeah, it was really cool actually to have him shoot it, because he's my roommate, he's one of my best friends, and like we all, all the guys know him really well, so it felt really at home to have someone like that shoot something so extensive.
Yeah. It's really cool, really good documentary.
Thanks.
And it's good that it's online as well. I can watch it for free.
Oh yeah, totally.
I like to watch bands' documentaries before I interview them, so I know more about them. Well, some you have to buy, so
Well, cool.
thanks for that.
Glad you got ours for free.
Fuck them.
Do you think are you kind of over the last album now, or do you think you're done with it and that's in the past, or are you very much still in it and then looking forward to the new records? And that's something in the future you're still in that album?
It's kind of tough to say. I feel like now we're still invested in the album because we just started our touring for the year. But it's like when we were just home, we were like started slowly writing for the new album, and then we were kind of really in that mode, So, but I mean, I still think the record, still has, still kind of has something to it when it comes to like playing it live. Because like, for example, a lot of these areas that we've played on this tour we've never even played before, so they're probably excited to hear those songs, because in a live setting it's really about the fans, you know what I mean? It's like I want to play what they want to hear. That's what it's about in the live setting. I want everyone to be satisfied. It doesn't always happen, but we can try.
Cool. That's it for me.
Cool. Hey, I'm Kyle,
And I'm Dan, and we play in Real Friends.
and you're watching Start A Riot.
Cool.
It's alright.
Is that right?
Alright.
Give a bye.
Do you mind if I get